Mm. Hey guys, this is me, Shopping Miss here. Sorry it took so long to get this live stream because I just had to finish watching all that remains left of this tape, actually, this Canadian tape, so that way I could show off my Canadian VHS DVD Blu-ray collection technically, so that's why it kind of took a while. I'm only going to show all the Canadian stuff that's VHS tapes that are from Canada, as well as not to mention videos that take place in Canada. Well, some of them are not Canadian tapes, but I just want to show them because some of them are take place in the country technically. So yeah, just want to point out. Before I get started, I want to talk about what's going on. So apparently, I'm right now trying my best to get myself less anxiety, I suppose, because I've been having this depression ever since my grandpa's been amputated back in September last year. So I'm kind of having worries if this year's going to be the last full year, if he's going around, if he's not going to make it or something. I kind of have felt left out actually ever for a while and stuff. Like I'm feeling like I barely want to talk with anyone or do any much stuff, which took place for a few months. There've been a lot of these rises and falls, up and downs with depression. If I feel sad, like sometimes I feel the months I had since October I had the depression from and it will continue on. Sometimes there was recoveries or not, and there have been many ups and downs actually, just what I point out. So yeah. Well, that's mostly the there is one little positive stuff I kind of reveal to you. Just give me a moment. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Well, as you may know, that I'm actually switching from Oakage to atrial scale to at least make room for my model train rail that I have here or something. I just want to show you some of the stuff that I'm thinking of purchasing next. But not right this moment, but pretty momentarily. Hmm. So I'm going to show you some of. Um, hmm, hmm. It won't be a while. After I show the Canadian VHS tapes, DVDs, and Blu-rays, I'll might show you some movies that I'm going to be showing you guys and stuff. Hmm. I'll show you. It's this right here. Hmm. It's just the part Our Toy Trains Part 3 2000 prototype version with this kind of label. I found this on eBay, but the only downside is kind of in this kind of casing. As you can see, that's the same case I already have. I might have to deal with it if I get. So, and I want as well as this. This is one of the Lego's new Lego DIY get with the newer ones. Just because this is our print idea here, like so, yeah. Definitely want to get that as soon as possible. But when time comes, actually. And just so you know, my Canadian tape I just finished rewinding. So yeah, I'll put this at least right here for now. Hmm. Well, there is a couple And there is one other thing I kind of want to show you. Hmm. So, well, I thought I might show you. I found this eBay seller named this. This is the same one where my grandparents got the big DD with the first Amtrak V100 entering the Lakeshore and Eastern long distance trains. And this is another tape. It's never been opened. This is the same cell where I got the Our Christmas 2007 DD. That's very rare. From Steam Boy Productions. It's this. I found this rip of this DVD the other day, actually. So I found this on YouTube technically. So I found my sort of a bit and other stuff. And I have two more things I want to show you. This is the only Winnie Pooh movie I don't have on newer technology. Like I only have this on VHS, but I don't have it on DVD or Blu-ray and stuff. And well, they're hmm, hmm. Just so I know, hmm, this is the eBay I was talking about. That's in Lincoln, Nebraska, the same place where I got some Thomas and was the Virgos that trained me. This is the 2005 version of this, which has one update thing that the original VHS does not have. That the real one from '93. This is the Selfie. It's just the name of the Selfie while I save it and stuff. All right, I guess that should be good. All right, no more time wasted. I'll show you some Canadian VHS DVD Blu-ray collection for this year. I'm not sure if I got all of them out yet, but I'll probably these are the ones I have for now. Hmm. So yeah, cartridge number 333 out of 1,000. I hope to get the DD version of this. I'm hoping to get the Blu-ray combo past this movie as one with some sequel. Um, because I'm not sure if it's a that's anyway. Cartridge number 366 out of 90. And just so you know, that ticker movie, I think it's a normal DD case, despite supposed to be a Blu-ray. I don't have any of these movies with that, so I might. The reason I'm keeping this tape, the Spire, it's the same one. A different reason I have is because in case if this is the one that had band cover, because I did hear that there's a one that had band cover that was not supposed to be there or something. So that's why I find I might keep it just in case if it's a very rare thing. Just by I already have that. But except it's the 98 version from Masterpiece. And it's a Canadian copy because of the ink label. And it's got a cartridge number invisible ink, which is I believe it's I believe it's I think it's about 325 or 193. I think it is. I can't remember. And this used to belong to Mrs. Long, but it's mine now. Who was my aide back in the day? Um, this is a Canadian copy, as you can see. This is well, technically this was my first Canadian tape I got with this video company. Cartridge number 13 at 82. Oh, one thing I'll show you. This is not going to be shown because unfortunately it's not Canadian tape. I know fan finally got this tape, but here's this a Canadian one from this company, which I do. I'm not. I suppose I want to maybe get the. Not sure if I want to get the U.S. version of this or something. I'll have to think about it. Except the Canadian ones, unfortunately, does not have this kind of tape style. I might find the about 2003 VHS source style. Mm, mm, um, mm. Also, some of the Canadian stuff I'm showing, like DDs, stuff that don't are not Canadian tape, except they take place in Canada. Just want to point out, doesn't matter. No print date or cartridge number. Mm. Mm. At least 1 out of 1. Mm. I'm tearing this out a little bit to reveal the this little thing over there. 150 out of 357. This is the last Charlie Brown's video that was ever released by Charles M. Seuss, who have passed away a year before they created this. Came out. And I also did hear that Charlie Brown finally allowed Franklin to join the Peanuts game after a really long time, actually. Because believe it or not, during the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving video, he was kind of separated from the upper group and finally joined. Because one time back in 1960s, the creator decided to create this character on a comic or something, but what this took place during the end of the whole, racism segregation situation. So after so many attempts, they finally allowed it just in time for Black History Month for February. Anyway, the per day on this tape is September. I believe it's September. February 2000. I just remembered. This is. Yeah, also. Well, I bet the creator Charlie would be kind of happy that they finally got this lifted. But one thing I'm thinking about is maybe making a Charlie Brown video, Charlie Brown getting back at Lucy from the football situation. But I believe there is already one done on YouTube, but I think it's not something you would like. It features it with a ninja knife, so I don't think that should be a one I would want to make since it's too R-rated-ish. See, it's me and Karen. My own tape that has that. And actually, this is a motion pictures copy. I believe that's what Work Studios, who I believe be called in Canada. Like, I think they did some of the Barney and VeggieTale tapes in Canada. I believe they did. This is what the Canadian stuff I want to show, actually. Despite it's not Canadian tape, but it takes place in Canada, so that's why I pointed. I also have this pack with the rail by count 4DD set. I believe I also have this one. And one thing I want to tell you is that was back then when Canadian Pacific was just called that before. Back on April 14th of 2023, they would merge with the Kansas City suburb, which made it to Mexico, with now serving 3 continents. Now, because which is the biggest freight train company in America, as well as Canada and Mexico, being the only one with that. I actually did test this. This one I did rewind it. I did post a little clip of it on my Woot Couch card, but I haven't posted it online yet. But I'm not sure when. But not for. Oh, I guess I could maybe post it maybe like sometime, but not tonight because I'm, you know. Hmm. I'm sure this tape will still play fine despite the wheels are kind of really yellowed on this one. Next up, this is one Canadian tape. I had this one I bought brand new seal for our first store in Canada. I did buy some DDs from that first store along with the Wheelbarrow and Bay tape, but as well as one UK tape, which is right here, which I'm not going to show because it's from UK, despite I buy it from the same country from Canada. Just want to point that out. And if you don't know this, the reason why I went to Canada back last year, back during my spring break in 2023, was because I wanted to visit a YouTuber store named Jesse V, actually, who has a store in Ontario, Canada. If you, oh yeah, this is the YouTuber I was trying to talk to Will St. Motor about. I'm not going to bother if it getting worse or something, but I just want to point out that I did message them on Instagram notifying that in case of next time they do feel like maybe do a Zoom or Discord they feel like it, but it's not going to be right now, but it times comes. And this is my only one of these. I believe they also did the U.S. They did the U.S. sort of release at the Anchor Bay Thomas tapes. I believe that company would do actually. I don't have any of the Thomas tapes that are from Canada, unfortunately. Oh, that reminds me. I'm hoping to find the Thomas Gets Bombed 93 VHS. That's a Canadian one that has the FBI warning screen along with the Braille Croft logo. Because I would say that Will C. Motor gave me kind of in the mood for it, actually. They kind of gave me a little craving on it. I'm just so numb. But yeah. But not too addicted, but yeah. Hmm. 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 Which I do have a number of one of these tapes that I have I'm right now watching, but I don't feel like I want to show it because it's not rewinded yet. I haven't finished watching it, but I'll show it next year. I believe I've got this tape brand new and sealed. I believe I bought this at the Utica Train Show 2022 when they sort of reopened the show, but it would be the last one that the founder would actually forward to because he unfortunately died a few months later back in May after they hosted that one to bring it back after COVID. So this is a incredible, as you can see. And there's no pretty on this tape. I hope to get the DD version of it, actually, which I, I believe they did that along with the US one, which I didn't got the DD version of it first, then the VHS. Coach number 90, 29 out of 53. This one I bought at a mall that's unfortunately out of business. I got this back in 2020 and before New Year, which the malls probably did have some antique things before they seized it and stopped. And this is a Canadian copy with the Canadian G-rated, as well as this. This was actually the most quickest tape that I was able to identify that had pretty visible ink. Normally, it took a longer time to find in this ink, but this one was a lot more easier, I would assume, which I already knows that. which it's so you could even see it. I don't know if you can see it. Unfortunately, it reads May 12, 2000. This tape has been played full once. Oh, sorry. Mhm. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Anyway, the birthday on this tape is yeah. I think it's a different spot like the Magic School Bus one, I believe. Which I believe it's I think it's August 22nd, 2000. I don't know. Hmm, I think it's my only guess could be August 22nd, 2002. I would assume. I'm not 100% sure if it's really correct or anything. I'm just making that as a guess. If I use the flash fire or something, that's what I'll let you know in the description. And here's that thing I wanted to show. This was a really long movie. This was about nearly 2 hours long. I also heard the sequel, the Twister movie, is going to be 2 hours long. I've been warned. Anyway, the birthday is September, which I believe I always know, which is, I believe it's September, I would say, 19th of 2002. I think it's supposed to be. I'm not 100% sure. If I was correct, it would probably be pretty few days, a week after 1 year of 9/11 took place. I would assume. Yes. I just need to point out. Here's the back if I ain't sure. I'm also hoping to next time if I go can maybe ride this train, the Canadian. It's one of the last North American trains that uses but 1950s or 40s, 50s passenger cars, actually. Which I heard that these cars are about twice as old as the Amtrak ones there. Which it's been now confirmed that VRL is going to be now planning to replace these cars with newer long distance passenger cars to replace them. As for right now, they did get the new VRL train sets that replaced the P42s and passenger cars have gone really well and stuff, which they have now replaced it. A majority of them, they're being pressed out of service with what the passenger cars use. It's not the one used on Canadian, but or that one. It's just what the cars have been finally retiring only exclusive to the ocean, which goes from Quebec to Firepress or something I can't remember, but just what I'm pointing out. Greece. Hope to get the DD version of this. So yeah. I believe it's a Canadian one because it's got this thing. So just want to point out. Oh, and rest in peace to Olivia Carey, actually. Too bad she passed away back in 2022, sadly. My favorite song was when I was starting getting into was the physical song, actually. Which mom showed me that before she died, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is a very rare tape. It's just fair at that spot. Which I actually did. You had to take a little bit of the show because it was cracked in. I did had to clean it because it did came moldy and when I got it back in 2019, as you probably tell. Well, it's a little bit, but not as bad as where it's unplayable as it once was. And actually, for the first time ever, I played this tape through the beginning because a little bit because I never played through the beginning. When I was rewinding, I think I was watching middle of this episode. I think it was, and it's Canadian tape because it's got the PR symbol on the side. Which I know that Mia's movie coach best one says if the tape has that thing, it's Canadian. He just wanted to point that out to me. Despite that, he won't probably why I give this series a try. It's just technically, except for that Dora movie from 2019, he thinks it looks way better than the TV show, is his opinion. Just want to point out if he wants to try it. I did get this recently. You probably saw it yesterday in my update. These inserts I already showed, so I'm not going to bother showing them because I already showed them. And here's the inside of it. As you can see, it reveals the same thing but French, actually. As you can probably see. I'm also looking for Thomas and the Magic Railroad, that Canadian DVD of it, because I think it looks pretty cool with the menu and stuff, which I think my baby Miss Robin did once had that Canadian DVD along with the childhood one I gave to her when she had that player or something. Yeah, I do. I'm also hoping to get that along with the UK Thomas tape. I want the that Canadian one. Despite they call them only railways instead of railroads in those countries. These are my only. This was the first Canadian DVDs I got. I had them since I believe I had these since I believe 2020 or 2019. And as you can see, it also opens up. Well, those are the only DVDs I'm showing, actually. I'm not going to bother showing any of the US ones, actually, because they're not a Canadian DVD or something. Just only that I'm showing. Well, if you don't know, Max Rue was the first show I was watching that got interrupted by the emergency alert system, which I made a video of that on my Sean Big account if you want to check it out. So yeah, it's got French on it, so that's why I consider Canadian. I got this from, I believe I got this in July of 2023. From an order at my grandparents' house, I believe, which I believe that was the very last time I spent an order ever at my grandparents' house before the chaos came. So yeah. I'm just, yeah, it's Canadian because it's got French on it. I had this for a year, actually. And despite it was previously owned by someone, it's in really nice condition, which is very rare you see that. These are Canadian DVDs. I believe my 5th grade science teacher gave these DVDs to me because these were probably once belonged to her mom that unfortunately passed away back in 2023. I would assume they're Canadian because they're not from the US, the video company. And plus, some of it is, so I would assume that the video logo you see here is probably from Canada, definitely. Point out. And these were never opened actually at all. They were never opened at all. I'm hoping to get the Disney movie at this video to have along with it. Well, I'm not sure if this version is supposed to be 100% as good as the Disney one, which I'm hoping to get the Disney one on DVD or Blu-ray or something because I'm not really going to bother getting the VHS. Despite I saw one and I didn't get it, I just felt like it. Actually, I was wrong. I believe I do have it actually of this movie, but on VHS. But I think I'm not sure 100%. It's kind of confusing because they all have similar titles or stuff. Yeah, it's. Right, here's in case if I didn't want to show inside of it from yesterday's update. I'm also hoping to get the Wheelbear movie. That movie I have on VHS on DVD, but this time from Paramount rather than this. Along with Wheelbear's Band on DVD, which I used to have VHS at my grandma's house. I was close to getting that one. These are Canadian, so yeah. Yeah, this is the. I believe one of these are probably the ones I have. Actually, did the post the open of this. I believe I did. Oh, this is. I now notice that I do have this one on VHS along with the DD coincidentally. Oh, as well as that one, I believe. Except, I believe those ones would probably been released on that technology a year later or something. And so yeah. This is the upper thing that's supposed to be pump packed with. Actually, it's supposed to be. I thought I might show. I guess it would be okay to show this. I would assume, just because since Greg Scott, the creator of the America by Rail series, did die last year actually. But I might show these for a little update in his honor. I did post the OLC of this when it was hanging out in Chicago, just preparation before my trip and stuff. Because that scene where I was leaving Chicago was pretty childhood nostalgic. Yeah, I also did hear complaints that they did send one of the steam trains known as I'm sorry if I spoiled it. I believe it's this one, but some people consider it was a bad idea sent to Mexico, travel from U.S. to Mexico as can stuff. Some people are complaining it might have been a bad idea because of how people were kind of being too close to the train, how dangerous it was. So you know what I mean. Just want to get this done. Quick. Yeah, it has these inserts, which I'm not sure 100% about. It's kind of strange. I'm also hoping to get the movie The Silver Streak, actually. It's one of the number one train movies of all time. It's Eric's favorite one. Sorry. This is the last year the Canadian train operated before V-Rail took over a year later from this. V-Rail started with the Canadian National Trains, passenger trains they required first. And then after that, a year where they took over all the Canadian Pacific passenger trains. Just want to point out. Next one's, well, I have a few questions about you guys. It's not if you. I just thought I might show you just real quick. Well, these shows from Canada, despite some people think it's garbage or stuff. Well, there's a couple of things I want to talk to you guys. First of all, I've been wondering about this. I want to kind of make a sequel of one of these episodes, which, no, not for a rat or anything, but I want to make a sequel of the loudest noise of one of the Coyote Martin episodes or something. I think it's a season 4 episode. I believe it's can't remember. Yes, it is. Which so and also I did finally replace the case on this one because it came broken. What I got from Macari along with this DVD. I haven't bought anything from Macari in a while, but I'm hoping to do that sometime. It's the only Marvel one of these I have. This is Canadian because it's got French. It's my only Canadian Blu-ray I have. Here's the digital code in US, in English, and the other side's got in French. They both expired the same day, so yeah. December 3rd, 2019. It's no longer usable. Here's how I finally show the case on this one. Finally, need to. Finally done with this. I just want to show you a few things I'm going to show you on the post. Like it's this. I want to show you is that I finally made it to the end of the blank record tape. I finally no longer going to post the rip, but aim further of this tape. And despite I made a little mistake, I'm recording one of these before the last scene stuff. The reason is because this has got a VHS copy of Montreal Rail Links Pictrans or Pictrans or Pictex VHS. I'm not sure how you pronounce the company. It's kind of really hard to pronounce, actually. It's so hard. It's very unlikely to pronounce it because if I like misspelled it or miscommunicate or stuff. I just want to show you a reason why, for proof, if it does have that thing. Despite the little damage before I play through. See that? Well, that's disappointing. I meant not disappointing, but kind of spoiled. Started up in October of 1987. Well, I'm not sure how they ended up putting this whole video of this into here. I'm not sure if it's how it's like the same situation how Family as Louis Core 2001 had a situation where he got blank tape and had a copy of the Nursery Rhymes 99 VHS, which is pretty strange. Big fail, but at least it had some Barney episodes so that if it wasn't, he would have been so pissed and used the show for, like a replacement, you know what I mean? Well, as you'll discover on our tour of the BSF unfortunately got rid of it. Yeah, so just one point. So yeah, I'll probably watch the rest of this tape and stuff for Prime Military. I just want to show you real quick the next sort of thing I want to post for it. Just so you know, the next tape I'm planning on posting rip is this one actually on YouTube. Because since I never know what's going, it's a little crack in the window, but I'm sure it's still pretty fine. Yeah. Yeah, this is what the DDs that I got and along with some DD cases for replacement back in January. I'm not going to believe this. One of them actually still had a DVD in it. This is the one I was sort of talking about, actually. Which, that is pretty strange. Well, that was the only complaint I have from that seller. So, yeah. Just want to point out. I'm not sure where this movie is really from, actually. But at least it's stuff I can watch because I'm 16, 17, you know what I mean? So just want to point out. Hmm. I'm going to play this tape last, actually. Then now I'm going to go into the Blu-ray DVD compact section. Like, I'm going to think about. I think I'll maybe post the open to this rip of this Blu-ray on archive. And actually, I already know the Spanish word for train is spelled dread. In English, it's spelled train, which I gotta tell you something shocking. Dora the Explorer was not the one that taught me this. You heard that right. It did not taught me the Spanish word train at all. Period. Despite I even watched it. You maybe wonder, how on earth do you know that fits now? Well, this. This is where I learned it from, actually. Not from an episode of that, but it's just from one of the videos they did question asking Choo Choo Bob. If you don't know this is a show from Minneapolis, Minnesota. They did have a train store one time, but it ceased in 2020, actually. But believe it or not, it unexpectedly came back unexpectedly. Well, I did not realize that until now, actually, this year, which they did open up another franchise at a mall or something. That's not a dead mall or something. As well as another franchise, they moved it to the train station, St. Paul, which I believe will be more popular there because since it's going to be more trains as well as the new Amtrak boarding just came in. So you know what I mean. Actually did went to Minneapolis back in 2021 to visit the Mall of America. Actually, although I probably did knew it came back, I would missed out on it. But hopefully next time if I go to Minneapolis, I would be able to have just being just by. Which I thought that store was never going to reopen because of the decline on train stores that are going on nowadays. Actually, just want to point out. I'll link the description to Spanish word for train if you want to understand a lot more. I believe I had this since 2016. I'm also hoping to get some more of the other DVDs.
Oh, hey there, Trainiacs. I'm Choo Choo Bob. Today's a very big day. Let's go.
Well, if you don't know this, I first discovered this show from, I believe, that same channel that used to air Veggie Tales that ceased back in 2021. I think it was, how to say it was the only thing I liked. Despite I really like Veggie Tales. And some people, even one of the trains even hit a pedestrian in Mexico, which was pretty crazy. See,
Yes, it
too graphic. That was show.
is a very big day. In fact, I was waiting for you to get
I'm thinking replacing the inside out the first movie with the instead of having the shoes are doom scene. I would want to replace it with the Choo Choo Boffin. Just want to clarify. Despite I don't own the rights to Pixar, you know what I mean? Which I do know that sequel was the only thing to save Pixar, because without a sequel like that, Pixar would be in a lot of big trouble. Just want to clarify. Well, the sequel I would assume was pretty great and stuff. I would assume
about it. All
it
right.
was like Polar
Are you
Express
ready?
stuff.
So, here's the deal. Today,
Well, this is why I think it's Polar Express.
I think there's a train coming.
Yeah. Okay. So I just counted the P42 numbers before the ELC takes over. Okay. E3 as well as 22 private power in this scene. Back then when the Heritage Free baggage cars were.
Now that amazing. Hey, you know what kind of train that was? That, my friend, was a passenger train. Yeah. You see, a passenger train is the kind of train where people like you and me get to take a ride and go from one place to the next. In fact, that's what.
And they also did at the old train station, not the new ones.
Together and visit a genuine article, real deal, no fooling passenger train called the Empire Builder today. Oh, it's gonna be so awesome. I mean, I can't wait. Hold on a second. Hello, hello. I'm Choo Choo Bob. I like getting trains because that's my job.
Hi, Bob. I'm just wondering when you're going to get down here to the train station.
You're late. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Engineer Paul. I'll be right there. Oh, hang on a second. I think I'm getting another call. Greetings, friend. I'm Choo Choo Bob. Who is this? What's the problem?
Bob, it's Engineer Emily. Where are you? It's almost time to board the train.
Jeepers, Engineer Emily. Engineer Paul just called me about this.
Bob, I'm still on the line here.
Oh, hi, Engineer Paul. How are you this lovely day?
Just fine. I'm just wondering when Bob is going to finally get down here.
Guys, can we just all agree to hang up together? I promise I'll be there before you can even say clickety-clack. Train's on the track.
Okay, Bob. See you soon.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Next thing I'm going to. Normally, I don't show. I don't really show an opening of a finale show, but in this rare occasion, I thought I might do it just to show it real quick with it. I got this from Amazon in 2021. It was the only thing I purchased that I got to with for that year, actually. Just real quick. Because in that Caillou episode, I'm showing how volcanoes could be a louder sound than an airplane that explosion. Just why, like him surviving the 88 free eruption of Krakatoa in Indonesia, which exploded with VI6 at a scale, which created the loud explosion in August 1883, which what the explosions blew the whole island apart, which created the loudest sound ever heard on planet Earth. Which it was so loud, if you were too close to a volcano, you would be about 15 miles, you would be permanently deaf instantly. And it was even heard as far away as Perth, Australia. I mean, I don't want to joke that, but just real quick. I think I posted a DVD or Blu-ray right back in the archive, so I can get this done.
William Cornelius Mann was born on a dirt farm in Illinois. As a young man,
I saw this at my science museum back in 2016. They did a sequel of this train movie with the daylight, I would assume, called Train Time. I hope to see what this steam train story is.
they once roamed the earth by the tens of thousands. The whistles spoke of distant places, of adventure and romance. Abandoned for decades, what memories might still be equal? What spirits conjured up with age left behind so long ago?
I'm not sure what that abandoned train is. This was my first regular shop food. I got Albert and Thompson, Natural Railroad. 2024. I also heard that the deleted scene of it was on it, which I think I'll maybe post that full rip of the cut on Internet Archive because I guess that could be the most likely thing I want to post on Internet Archive. Actually, just want to clarify. Seriously, I watched the whole thing first.
Their crews considered them living things, each with a unique personality. Some were cranky and different, others good-natured and spirited.
That's definitely the one that went to
28
Mexico.
has been
Which
resurrected by the
I'm
Canadians.
hoping next. I know some people don't want this a steamship like this back in Mexico, but there is one suggested if they ever did want to bring it back, I would want it more safer to be a lot more trained than
They were
like in US and Canada.
engineers, surveyors, guides. They traveled by boat and fourth pack horse and raft. They passed through landscapes. Their life was not easy. They fell through ice.
The Rocky Mountains going through the California sample is pretty great. Yeah.
They followed countless rivers and many a promising route that ended nowhere.
Yep. I guess I could post this on Archive. Also, the full rip of this Blu-ray. I think I'll post that on Archive. I guess it would make sense. Also, I just have to find a DVD that makes sense. Post that Archive. Now, for the last thing to do before I end this live stream, as well as show you one last thing. Actually, that is, if you don't know this, I want to show you some of the stuff I'm selling at the yard sale that I have on July 5th of this year. Which, if you don't know this, I have a yard sale at my house at that time. So I'm actually not going to be taking a day off for work that day and mostly help at the sale. Right now, selling some of my old stuff that like most of the old gauge trains to get rid of, as well as some stuff I don't want anymore to try and make a fortune, so I can at least have enough money to buy the whole HO stuff, as well as not to mention a trip that I want to take to in November. Which the point is that I'm skipping Thanksgiving break actually, and maybe being in like Costa Rica or somewhere around America actually, because I've never been to a different country other than Canada. To see if Canada had a town that 90s that wanted to abandon, which they had a lot of stuff left, including some VHS tapes that were left at the island. I want to get permission by people on the island if I could go in there, as well as speak Spanish for that, as well as to show the town. Maybe pick up the tapes, see if I can post them on our car or stuff if they're still around. All right now. Yeah. I did. Sorry. I did watch the one with the tornado one. It was a pretty good hurricane. I really enjoyed it, despite it was used one. I want that one, which was new.
Now available from National Geographic Home Video.
It goes by many names: hurricane, cyclone, typhoon. These dangerous giants have claimed over 500,000 lives this century so far. Now a more powerful type of killer.
That's the most famous F5 tornado
as
that
daring
occurred.
scientists chase these monsters to find out why Twister is for. And with advanced technology, we can track some storms from birth. But will we ever be able to predict their destructive paths? Join us as we brave the search and probing cyclone secrets in National Geographic's Cyclone.
Is the Earth as safe as you might think? Or are we on a collision course with mountains of rock that pack the fury of a million atomic bombs? One man's discoveries may shock you. Follow his journey through the Earth's violent past and into its questionable future, where the next collision could occur with no warning at all. Asteroids, Deadly Impact, a new film from National Geographic Television. The question is no longer.
Oh, hi. Thanks for tuning in.
And now, our featured presentation.
Our world is lit by two fires, one above and one below. Nothing can contain the inferno beneath our feet.
Okay. One thing I wanted to do if I had time machine is maybe see what was it like when the asteroid that got the dinosaurs extinct, watch it from the moon. But another thing I want to do is maybe try to see how big the last Yellowstone supervolcano eruption occurred, took place, and see how the whole eruption went from single to an extremely powerful one. Which the only thing is I would have to act very quickly and fast so I could at least get in the time sheet before I get because areas at 100-mile radius of Yellowstone could have been annihilated if that took place. I think the next time that volcano is going to erupt, if the next really big one, if the earthquake strikes the Pacific Northwest, which would, if it was like 9.0 or higher, if it was felt as far away as Montana and Wyoming, you know what I mean? As well as causing some of the other volcanoes in the Northwest to erupt, and well with some scenario stuff, which my cousin Ryan used to live in Seattle, but thankfully he moved to Texas in 2022, which I'm thank goodness for that. And I also prayed to God to make sure that disaster took place after my trip, so nothing could disrupt it just while I. I hope to see an in-person volcano in my life, nothing erupting sometime. Like an ash once. One thing I want to tell you is that if there was a volcano eruption, if there was ash, I want to tell you something interesting because of the pyroclastic flows and our stuff not only are dangerous, but it would be really dangerous to inhale, breathe the ash. So it's not like COVID situation. It's like a more serious air quality, even more worse than the one we had last year, actually. Just want to clarify. Which, especially people with asthma or gas problems, who had to wear a gas mask to protect themselves from ash exposure. Even people went outside had to wear them. Like, they did this very commonly with the places got volcanoes, like the Asia, as well as our parts of South America. They had to always wear those to decrease the chance of, getting worse. And stuff. That's the town that had the. Yeah, that's in Japan. On Disney Plus, they did a video of some volcanologists that loved each other that died in that eruption. They were able to warn people a lot of stuff. And Wahara is very dangerous. That occurred as Wahara is a big mega tsunami with mud and stuff. That occurs if a volcano erupts, if it's like an ash one, especially if it has like snow on top of the mountain. Like the Cascade volcanoes are more concerning with that. So.
the past 1,000 years, volcanoes have claimed more than 300,000 lives. No beauty more deadly than the fire within. The rocky heights of the Andes in South America are more than mere mountains. Many are sleeping volcanoes. In Colombia, a peak called Galeras has slumbered more than 4 decades. Then in 1988, soldiers stationed at its summit reported small earthquakes and the smell of sulfur. Some 6 miles away, the city of Pasto is built on rich volcanic soil. The pride.
Which the most concerning fact is that if a volcano eruption like a supervolcano, it produces ash that blocks out the sun, which could cool the temperature, like the Earthval summer, which was not caused by a temperature that cooled the temperature for a year. It made one of the bad years that took place, which caused in 1816 from the eruption the year before. It was one of the bad years, like 2020, for example. But a super volcano like that could last it for 10 years, while that one volcano winter only lasted for 1 year.
Galeras has never harmed Pasto, but a large eruption could threaten up to 400,000 lives. Colombian officials invited Stanley Williams of Arizona State University to work with local volcanologists. An expert on Latin American volcanoes, Williams helped organize the International Galeras Workshop in January 1993.
¿Cuál es su concepto del volcán Galeras? El volcán Galeras es un volcán históricamente más activo que todo en Colombia.
Close to 100 volcanologists from 15 nations attend. After 3 days of meetings, they head to the summit. Galeras has been stable for 6 months, a reassuring sign to Williams and his colleagues.
We were volcanologists with a lot of experience. We had been working for 5 years by that time on this volcano. We thought we understood Galeras. In fact, we thought Galeras was in a relatively calm time for an active volcano.
Most scientists join field trips on the outer slopes of the mountain. Williams leads a group of 12 on a grueling 2-hour hike to the inner crater. As his colleagues explore the terrain, Williams keeps watch.
Everybody opened up their cases and backpacks and collected samples of the gases, read the thermometer. Jeff Brown, professor from England, is the expert of the world on how to use gravity on volcanoes. The 2 Colombian scientists with him were really happy that they had a chance to work with Jeff. Igor Manilov is a Russian who comes from a family of volcanologists. Igor was working that day with Nestor Garcia, and Nestor's a Colombian, very good friend. It was an exciting, positive field day. All of a sudden, with no warning, we began to hear a lot of noise. I looked down into the crater and at Igor and Nestor, and I yelled, "We've got to get out of here now." I made it running not very far before.
Yeah. So yeah, if there was one, you should probably evacuate to decrease your chance of death. It's the only option. Just for a clarify. All right, now I'm heading upstairs. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done a sort of live stream or something. I've just been busy. Just want to show you some of the stuff I'm getting selling at the yard sale. These are some DDs I got extra for the seller that I got at the yard sale. Like these ones I mostly already have, so I'm probably selling these to make a fortune. This one would definitely need a replacement case. I already have this DD actually, which I don't really need that. So yeah. So well, I might show you just a little bit in the garage, but not too much because I'm in a hurry. So yeah, what the stuff we're selling, just want to show you real quick. As you can see, it's pretty mess and stuff. Most of the stuff I'm most likely selling at the yard sales, mostly in here. This is where I'm selling. These are where most of my Oak-Age stuff I'm selling. This as well as other things. So yeah, just for it's a pretty mess actually. This is the model train that my grandparents had since 2005. I'm getting rid of this so I can make some fortune. As you can see, this is what my model train layout. As you can see, as it means from Oak-Age to HO. I just have to do this to make this spin.